The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, Central Bank, Easy Car Sales, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Kelly's Home Center, KFC, Muff of the World, Naughty Johnny's, NRG Nutrition, Prince Masters, Royal Caribbean Cruises Limited, and Tropical Gyros.
Though you're working so hard, they want to treat you like Butu. 7 days a week, you try to make the 2 ends meet. It's not so sweet, still they cut their teeth and then skin them teeth. You wonder what the world is coming to. Kinda host, but I got to sing it too. I got 9 man there, I'm feeling the right alone. So we tell you that they love you, but they got an ulterior motive. Oh, what a shame. And then we tell you that they need you, but they got an ulterior motive. Personal gain. So we tell you that they love you, but they got an ulterior motive. Oh, what a shame. And then we tell you that they need you, but they got an ulterior motive. Oh, yeah. I feel the vibes to sing this one. Dedicate to those in the audience who don't know about the Holy One, moving under false pretense. Be down the warrior and blaze down the fence. Rastafari they are with the true confidence. Yeah. Oh, yes, so we tell you that they love you, but they got an ulterior motive. Oh, what a shame. And then we tell you that they love you, but they know they got that serious motive.
You've got it locked and loaded to the Monday, November 24th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty Love and Mary Jane in your company right up until 6 p.m. And then we're going to take about a 5-minute break. And then we'll be right back at you because apparently, corporate and legal called from early in the morning. And I want you to stay tuned. MJ wants you to stay tuned because right after Talking Heads.
Yep, right after Talking Heads. Stay tuned to Guardian Radio after 6 p.m. news for live coverage of the Golden Isles by-election. All your weekday Guardian Radio hosts will be here as the results come in and until a winner is declared. So you guys definitely want to check it out. That's tonight on Guardian Radio right after the 6 p.m. news. It is lit. Gonna be on and pop it.
And hopefully everything go in accordance and, I don't mind sacrificing some of my time, but I don't want it to cut too much into Monday Night Football.
Really?
Too much into WWE.
So let's see, a by-election or Monday Night Football, and to you, Monday Night Football wins every time.
That and Monday Night Raw.
Oh, my God.
And then, obviously, if you check the calendar, I think now we can start King of Tulsa.
What?
King of Tulsa.
Really? That's what's on your mind today?
What do you mean, really? Don't sit there and brush off King of Tulsa.
I actually have to catch up. I didn't watch last
I said today,
season.
Well, we can binge that. I don't have a problem.
Didn't you watch it already, though?
Yeah, but we can watch it again. We can binge that again.
Okay.
And then, boom, it's season 2. I think technically this should be. Last week was the final week of season
the finale?
3.
So now you want to
season
binge
2.
it.
So now we could binge season 1 to get you caught up, and then run right into season 2 of a binge.
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but that's how I like to watch television. I don't get to watch a lot of shows, but when I watch it, I want to see the whole season one time, just in and out.
And I much prefer when I watch Sylvester Stallone now in his later years, where I think Gravity and the bags have caught up with the Rocky,
bags
and under the eyes.
Oh my gosh!
Have caught up with the the Rocky jaw, and now you can really understand it.
He's had a lot of work done, though. Let's be real.
Let's be real.
His face looks really different, and
I just want you to know that I have had a lot of work done.
He's had a lot of work done. Not that I'm knocking it. I'm just saying.
But I was inside for the family for years, and what do I come out to? Nothing.
That's his Stallone impression.
You know, that's how it is. You really want my Stallone impression? Here we go. Call me, Mick. Call me. I can't see. Call me, Mick. Adrian!
Are you done?
Adrian!
Are you done? My gosh.
And I got another one from Rocky, too.
Not another
Who's
one.
this? Who's this? Balboa, Balboa, Balboa.
Is it Mr. T?
I pity the fool, Balboa.
That's Mr. T. All right. I think we're all caught up on our movie trivia for this afternoon.
And shout out to Mr. T. Still going strong.
Yeah.
Had neck surgery the other day. They say years of the gold chain. I didn't, bad neck, but,
That was fake gold, though. It's light, right?
Well, no, man, not Mr. T.
Real gold?
It was real gold.
All right.
Mr. T, wish he had that real gold today. What was gold now? 4,000 an ounce?
It's expensive, yeah.
It's up there.
It's worth a lot.
But yeah, definitely stay tuned, stick around. We will go, round by
Politics.
round, politics, and you got the whole lineup. You got Dwight from One and Bland. I think CN Aaron will be here. I'm thinking Zhivago's going to zoom in. We'll get, I don't know who we're going to get. I don't know if you're going to get Garth, because, Garth is Moonlight. So, I don't know if he's moonlighting tonight or if he could be here.
Okay.
And then probably Gabby
He
and
has
Garvin
co-hosts, right?
will be here. And then I guess Anku probably as well, too. The Sarah man. I can say that.
I was
Lifelong
gonna
friends.
say,
Y'all
really?
don't get in that. He's probably listening and laughing right now going, only Naughty can say that because that's how tight we are.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And
Gotta
did I
text
miss
us at
anybody? And then Pearlie will
MJ
probably
and
chime
Naughty,
in.
please tell us, your devoted listeners, that you are at least hanging around for the first 30 minutes of the election returns. Yes, we're going to be in the building.
You must have just
We're
arrived late,
probably going to
Testa.
take
I
a
said,
little break in between, but we'll definitely be in the... I cleared my appointments because I'm not even usually here on a Monday, but it's a big day for the country, particularly Golden Isles,
Dexter, I'll be honest with you. I can hang out with MJ as long as we can. But if that Monday Night Football get to like halftime and it's a
he's
hot
gone.
game,
He's gone.
Swayze.
Who's playing tonight?
San Francisco and Carolina. And a lot of playoff ramifications are there because Tampa Bay lost last night and they lost Baker Mayfield. So now, if Carolina can beat San Francisco in Carolina, they move to 7-5. 49ers drop to 7-5. That number 5.
Dallas? Okay. I'm not even
Because
going to get
after
you
we beat
started.
the Chiefs, hold on. After we beat the Chiefs on Thursday, 6-5-1, mamacita.
That's a big Thanksgiving
That's
wish.
3 straight.
That's a huge wish for Thanksgiving.
That's
Dallas-
doable.
What's your record on Thanksgiving for the past, let's say 3-4 years? Because I know you know.
Not over the last 3-4 years, honestly.
Last year, did you guys win?
You done had me in the itis by the second,
Didn't
before
you
the,
win the year
by,
before
by, by
that?
the third quarter of the
You can't
first game.
remember a Dallas stat? Something is
No, I
definitely
mean,
wrong.
I think we've won and lost over the last couple of years, but overall, the body of work, we got more wins than losses on Thanksgiving.
All right. Well, we'll see how it goes on Thursday.
I mean, if you really want me to put it in my best daddy impersonation,
Don't do that.
the member is not prepared to answer that question at this time.
Okay. All right. So,
No, but I can't lie. Shout out to Johnny Cake for maximizing that opportunity.
the one.
I saw the clip on social media, him performing at the F&M rally, and he performed his song "Daddy."
Really?
That's why I just said "Daddy" because
that.
that's
Oh,
the
wow.
chorus.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, shout out to Johnny Cake, and I'm glad to see like the how should I say? Is it metamorphosis or the morphosis of
The
Johnny Cake?
evolution?
The evolution.
Okay.
Thank you. Started off as Rio de Janeiro singing R&B.
I remember those days.
All right, then
I think we played some of his first
correct.
records. Yeah.
Then went into to the hip hop side of it. Then rebranded himself as Johnny Cake. Was doing the hip hop, banging. He had the had that hit song about about royals. The girls want royals.
All right.
Remember that one?
Yeah,
he
did
did
a
a couple
great
of
cover.
spoof songs, and then
Covers.
cover songs, and then had some other hits. Then he went into Calypso, Bahamian, and boom, hit after hit.
It's
after
amazing
hit
how
after
many
hit.
Bahamian artists return
and
to
shout
that
out,
Bahamian
yeah.
roots, and then the music is just so. I don't know if it's because it's coming from
But listen-
within them. They're sold, but the music is so good sometimes when they
I got to
do
shout out
Bahamian music.
Bahamian Trey.
Yep.
With his latest soiree into Bahamian music.
Uh huh.
I got to shout out Twin Them But I can see them next week at Don't Blink Home Run Derby.
Okay.
All right. And then still got to shout out, who else came up and did some Johnny Cake, obviously.
I was listening to that Tone Ash song the other
And
day.
Tone Ash, yeah, man.
That was really.
That's the
I
other
like
one
a
right
couple
there.
of his songs like a lot.
The parlay one is solid, and he got a new one coming too.
funny.
I can let you know. We can break it off.
So yeah, the Bahamian artist's been on it. Good stuff. They're
got it.
performing at these rallies. I've seen Wendy perform a couple of times as well. I think it was D-Mac. I think I saw the other day. Not quite sure,
Yep.
but yeah. But
And
just
I know-
love to see them on the stage. In their element.
Yeah, they doing it, man. So shout out to everybody going through this mini silly season. All I can tell you is behave on yourself. Just behave yourself.
I think everything's been going
So far,
from
so
all
good.
reports that I've heard. Everything has been going. It might have been a little something, but just a tiny something this morning. But by all accounts, so far everything has been going well. The turnout, I'm getting some reports that turnout has been a little bit slow, but I'm really hoping that it picks up because what I would like to see is a large
voter turnout.
I want an engaged electorate.
And I'll be honest with you. I heard early morning numbers were very solid because you got some old school voters. They like to go if that open
Weren't
at
people
7.
out there like at
Correct,
5
from
or
4 or
6?
5.
What?
And as soon as they clink and open that officially, you like to have people stream in there, do what they got to do, go to work. Then you have the other segment that go to work. And when they take that lunch at 1 o'clock,
Delia wrote the note.
that's daily. I ain't
They
coming
gone.
by no more because I get in the vote. And I mean from 1:30, 2 o'clock, boom, you get a swoon until probably
I mean, that's
6.
a smart way to do it. Take your lunch at like 3 if you get off at 5. No, take your lunch at 2 in that case.
Right.
You get your lunch hour then the 2 hours after that.
But correct. I mean, well, I was meaning just in total.
just go at 1 and don't go back.
Cold, brutal Bahamiana,
My
just
goodness.
day from 12:30, 1 o'clock, gone. Like a old 50.
The news has been reporting.
Gone.
The news has been reporting that it's been a fairly easy process, especially towards the afternoon and moving forward, to get in and get out, which is a good thing.
Which is good. I've
know?
heard some rumblings on social media of one or two little rumblings. You know how it is, but I'm trying to get to the bottom of it because it is social media. But there are some things swirling.
You got to double,
And
triple, quadruple vet anything.
I'm just saying-
on social media.
I'm a mature. I've seen the country mature, and we should have matured as an electorate to the point now where we should not have to go through this. Shout out to friend of the show, Rick Fox. I agree with Rick though. Cameras. I don't have a problem once you see me go in the booth. Everything is done above board. I go in and do what I got to do, and I ass out. That's it.
I did see that post that Rick made, and the voting area in the U.S. is so much larger in general. You know that when we go to vote, the room is I consider it a pretty small room.
And you know
I don't know what that
feels,
looks like with.
It almost feels weird too, because sometimes when we go in doing what we do for a living, some of the people on all three sides. So when you walk in, it's like everybody looking at you like.
Yeah.
Then I say, hey, good morning, everybody, and then eyes to the ground.
It is sometimes funny when you
Eyes
walk
to the
in
ground.
and everybody looking at you because they think like all the reps are trying to discern, is this going to go our way or, so it's always funny. But I am happy that I did see some photographs on social media earlier where you had like supporters of all the parties just kind of
Right.
hanging out, smiling, laughing. Like that made my heart proud to see everybody kind of just getting
Which
along.
was good.
And just engaged in the process,
Because you've had, some bully boy antics in years before that's unbecoming that we don't
Yeah,
need.
we don't need a negative vibe. We want a positive vibe.
That's what always amazed me, though, MJ, and you could relate to it. I mean, a lot of the comedians from Jokers, but one thing, they would talk to us about, like, food, sports, favorite horror movies, blood and guts quotes from certain movies, the run of it, even religion, but they never talk politics.
Yeah.
And you know what I used to get a kick out of? Listening to him backstage, like, so Bob, how are you? Good to see you, Chuck. I didn't work with you since Johnson City, Tennessee.
Right.
89. How's everybody? We're good, bro. We're good. So what's going on? Big election coming up. Which way you lean? Listen, Bob, that's none of your business. It's none of your damn business,
Oh,
Bob.
Lord.
You can ask me anything else,
Don't ask
including
about
questions about my wife, but don't you dare.
Ask about politics.
And if you've been thinking, things about my kids, you can ask me that question too. You can even ask me about my dog, Bob, but you don't you dare. Even maybe one about mom you can get away with, but not that.
Yeah.
Not that, Bob. How dare
Americans-
you?
But you know what though?
And I've literally witnessed it like that. And they, okay, no problem. I overstepped my bounds. And they just keep it moving.
So we're-
Not us.
So we're going to be here during the returns, right? But you know what I would like, and this is something maybe we can move towards in the future, like good exit polling, because that'll also help us identify some of the issues that are important to the people that actually turned up and turned out.
I don't
to
mean to
vote.
laugh, but every
Why?
time you said exit polling, remember there was a particular election in 2017. You talk about exit polling. I wish I had a camera for that. I won't say which party,
Right.
but the young man bounced out with a lot of fervor. Counted up the money for all to see and said, thank you for your money. I still vote the next way, and boof, off into T-shirt and into the garbage it went. That is what I call exit polling on steroids.
So I was actually talking about the kind that's a little bit closer to scientific, where
So I apologize for laughing, but you made me
Where they-
that in a memory, so I'm sorry.
where they ask about issues, where they get
Correct.
the demographics, so we understand which issues are important to each voter group. Like you get little segments, and then because I'm particularly interested to see how many young persons
Right.
turn out today and go ahead and
I'm
and
interested.
vote.
I'm interested to see, like you said, we need to see more of like the issues. So when people say, "Look, I've been here X, Y, and Z. This is why I lean a certain way, or I like a certain candidate because they speak to these issues which are important to
And
me."
I know that we do have some
And then it
companies
gives-
that do that.
It gives like a barometer on where we're at as a nation. Once again, that we need as many voters to turn out. That's the kind of thing we need, a healthy election. We need the full percentage of voters to turn out. And secondly, we need people to be able to feel comfortable to speak about certain issues without totally leaning one way or another. I saw a gentleman from the advance poll. He came out, and bless his heart, he was happy. I saw a veteran Bahamian happy to still use his right to vote. Wherever he put his vote, that was good enough for me.
Yeah.
And again, I want to stress, whoever you decide to vote for, PRP, FNM, COI, Independent, ABC, LMNP, that's your God-given right. Do it. Exercise the vote. Come out, though, and vote. Don't say I'm registered and don't vote, because that's like the same as the people who don't register and don't vote. You kind of lose your voice, because when you had your opportunity to speak your voice by marking your X, you went silent. So come out and be part of the process, and whichever party works for you, that's good for you. God bless you, and whoever you decide to vote for in that booth is on you. But it shouldn't be that people feel at the end of the day, I'm not saying you got to say which way you're going one way or another, but you shouldn't feel uncomfortable.
Here's
The veteran gentleman, just let me finish that.
Right.
Going on there. Man, I like it. The process was smooth, and, I'm 70-something. I've been voting since we could vote, and da-da-da-da-da.
and he should be proud of that.
And, I want to see something for all Bahamians. I want to see country first.
Yeah.
Now, social media is undefeated for one reason, especially stinking Facebook. You know how Bahamians go. Don't suck my teeth. Right now, you want to vote COI. That's what they should vote. Da-da-da. I was like, that's his God-given right. Then the next one, you can see they didn't give him half pint. And I'm like, Bahamians have like zero chill. That man, if he wanted to vote for the man in the moon, that is his right. Because this election, if I any person I could roll in and I get that funky feeling roll in, I might do a homage. This year, in previous years, I would say, okay, I had to vote A, B, C, or I could write in Superman.
No,
or I could
we're
write
not
in
doing that.
Spider-Man.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, today,
I hate
in
when people do
2025,
that.
it might be a homage to the American dream, dusty roads. Now then,
Yeah.
in public if you will, man.
We're not doing that.
I
We're gonna be
jest.
responsible. So this texter says, Naughty, as an observer, I like the low voter turnout. It's a great strategy that works worldwide. All you have to do is suppression so that the other parties' voters and independent voters don't vote or show up to the polls. And all you have to do is increase your voting base of support to go to the polls and vote by providing your supporters with transportation promises of employment, etc. Yeah, no. And that's exactly why we're saying that
The same old.
the opposite, which is we want an
Something
engaged
different.
electorate so we can truly hear like the issues, like I said, that are important to Bahamians and truly hear the will of the people.
Yeah, because I'll get to the call in 1 second. The more people turn out to vote, that means you have more of a voice of the people, of you know exactly how the nation is speaking.
And it's good because when the middle comes out, right? When the middle comes out, then politicians have to pivot. They cannot just cater to their bases. They actually have to consider a lot more issues for a lot more people. And I think that ultimately is good for our democracy
And what I think too we need,
and nation building.
and what I'm a stickler about this go around is change the process. Whoever the party is during this process and moving forward, especially with elections, ask them, what's your policies? How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? Are you prepared to change some of the loopholes in the law regarding X, Y, and Z and ABC? What about the youth? What about the elderly? What about education? What about the cost of living? Shouldn't get a nosebleed when I open up bills. Shouldn't worry about the next tax looming around the corner. Ask those questions. How serious are you? Are we going to see you tomorrow? Are we going to see you next week? Or are we going to see you 4 years from now? Talking about see what had happened and anyway, don't worry about that. See when paved road? No. You deserve better. So demand better. It is your vote.
This person says, good day. What do you all think of Lincoln meeting with Trump's people, driving them around town and Trump using his idea?
Can I say bullshit?
Oh, my goodness.
Can I say it now? All right. 1, 2, 3.
I'm not even going to get... You know what? We'll talk about this a little bit later. I think that'll be a good time. Let's get to the phone lines. We got a caller on the line. Talking Heads. Hi, caller.
Good afternoon, Naughty. Good afternoon, MJ.
Hi.
What's happening, bro? Talk to MJ. I'm laughing a little bit about...
Go ahead.
Just let me get the laugh out, bro. You
Don't
understand
mind him,
now.
caller. Hey,
okay,
what's up?
go ahead. I'm good.
You know what also changed the dynamics of this whole election process now? That same hurricane and all that, and Dorian and the pandemic.
You mean
a lot of the citizenry now in Nassau, off these family islands, they have no jobs on the islands like that, especially Freeport and Abaco. So overwhelmed, like I would say about 30,000 people right here in Nassau from Grand Bahama, you know.
Man, no. No, not
think
30.
so?
No,
Caller,
not-
you originally from
not
Grand
30.
Bahama, correct?
Everywhere I look, I see Grand Bahamians
Well,
down there, man.
yeah, I do see a lot of
Everywhere I
Grand
look.
Bahamians. I do as well, but not 30,000 now.
Not 30,000.
No, not that, not
It's
quite
a
as much.
considerable amount. A
Yeah.
considerable amount of people here now are renting and getting homes there and working over here.
Yeah.
So the dynamics of all the constituencies have changed, have pivoted.
So we'll have
Understand?
we'll have a good look at that next year
Oh,
during the
yeah.
general. So yeah, we'll have a look at that. But what I want is a robust turnout. You know what I mean? I know that
Everybody wants that.
Yeah.
Everybody wants that, like a bit, 90% or so.
Oh, that'll be good because that
Amen.
used to be our standard. You know, we used to be up
Exactly.
there, and it'd be great to get back there. I think that'll be
Now,
awesome.
I want that, for country, obviously first, because, primarily, that's what matters primarily. However, I would like numbers to go up, caller, because, man, that'd be some juicy session in the house, boy.
I mean, like when it's split
Like
more
balance
evenly.
balance banging on the table, and you get more coordinated rants and so on and so forth. You know what I mean?
Parliamentary child be carried on by.
How you mean? They could charge for that, boy. Charge pay-per-view.
That's good stuff there.
But let me ask you a question. You on the
Yes, sir.
street, obviously you calling off and you one of the regular callers, you one of our talking heads. How do you see it from what you're hearing? Do you think there's going to be a larger voter turnout this go around compared to last go around from what you're hearing on the ground? And I don't mean just for this by-election. I mean the whole big,
For the whole shebang, I think it's going to be a considerable turnout because a lot of people are frustrated and they know this is the only opportunity they have to change whatever they want to change and see whatever they want to see. So, young people who I've been talking to, excited, man.
Good
Excited
stuff.
to get their hand purple up and mark their X.
Purple,
Yeah,
I
can-
like that. I hope that
Continue
happens.
to encourage them to be part of the process,
I am.
learn more
I am.
about
I
the
am.
process, and let them know that the process is that they work for us. So,
Exactly.
use your vote wisely.
And the same thing you were saying earlier, the statement I think MJ was making, letting the politicians know that, like the same thing you said just now, you all
Yeah.
work for us, we don't work for yours.
Yeah.
They are hard points. That's one of their hard points right there to all these young people.
Yeah.
When their people come around to them, offering them stuff, they asking them, what is it that you're coming with? What is your plan? What is actually your plan for the country?
Oh, that is so
Not
good.
Not saying you just gonna do this or do that. We
Right.
have a effective plan for like 20 years down the road. You understand? Not for just the 4-year period. Which is
Something
coming in.
visionary.
Yeah.
Like a last.
Exactly.
That is good stuff. Thank you so much, Colin. Be sure to listen out this evening, okay? Because after the news, all of the Guardian radio hosts will be here, and we will be here until a winner is declared. So
Let's
keep
get the
you
other
as
calls.
informed as we can.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to that. Chopping it up. It should be fun. Talking heads.
Hey, gracious, you Uncle Naughty, how you doing?
All good, brother.
Radar Chief, hey, question, right? Who you all get to call the election? Because you know we used to dial for years. 0 votes.
Man, we do miss the
Man,
late,
you know
great
we need-
Darrell.
you know
That
we
was
need something.
good
You
times.
can't be rambunctious.
I want you to-
This is Darrell. You can't do it.
I want you to listen in tonight, because when corporate and legal called me this morning,
Oh, sweet. They get someone good?
they told me, well, you go ahead and you be entertaining. So that
right.
means signs into my inner Darrell Miller, my dearly departed good brethren. Lord bless the dead. So
So
I'm
you
feeling
get
that
some popcorn
I'm
tonight.
feeling get your popcorn ready, because I feel like we will have a provocative topic tonight.
Oh, sweet. Make me proud.
Kachina Magobulus. Kachina
Very
Magobulus.
cheap.
Have a good one.
All right, you ready? Darrell talking to me right now, so buckle up. Darrell say be there from 7 o'clock. Let's go.
I should have brought my energy smoothies. By the way, guys, if you're exercising on the Cable Beach Strip or if you're on Goodman's Bay, please be sure to stop by after your workout for a smoothie or breakfast from Energy. Well, breakfast is in the morning. Yeah, stop by for lunch. They have healthy sandwiches and wraps. They have salads with proteins or hot plates, fresh and made to order. You can call them at 603-5261, or you can order online at nrgbahamas.com. Be sure to select the correct location for pickup. And you know that the Old Fort Bay location is also open late, so you could go grab your dinner there. I know
How about
tonight is the
7:30?
night everybody's going to be, listening to these results come in. So you may not want to be doing any cooking tonight. Well, don't worry about it. Energy has you covered. Go check them out. They've got a location in Palmdale, Cable Beach, and of course, the one I just mentioned, Old Fort Bay. So yeah, check them out.
All right, now don't forget, man, right out there in the Old Fort Shopping Plaza as well. Don't forget, man, this Thanksgiving, it's all about Naughty Johnny's. All right, the 27th, Thursday. Turkey and ham and gravy, lima beans and rice candied yam, stuffing, corn, pudding, cranberry sauce, coleslaw. Thank you, Jesus. Pumpkin spice squares for dessert.
Sounds delicious.
$39.95 plus VAT. That's not a bad deal at all. And they're giving you that solid plate. Plenty turkey, plenty ham. The gravy's off the chain. The lima bean and rice, the candied yams, all good. That corn pudding is off the chain.
I am
So that's
looking
good
forward to
stuff.
Thanksgiving.
Now, got a little something else for you, a little surprise.
Yeah?
On behalf of Talking Heads, the sports section, MJ included in that. Not just Pearly. And the press box crew, MJ included in that too. Including Stat Boy, Pearly, Clint J, Mega, everybody and the whole team from Talking Heads and the press box. We got together with Green Parrot and Naughty Johnny's. Because you like football, we like football, you like turkey plates. They like turkey plates. And that's what? Perfect place to what I call Turkey Day Ditch. Take your lunch 12 o'clock, go down to Green Parrot, Margaritaville, PI, get the 12 o'clock game, get your plate in, get the foundation down, catch that first game. You got the Packers and the Lions.
Oh, that
That's
should be
a good game.
The Lions play
That's
every
a
Thanksgiving
very
as
good
well.
game. Lay down your plate action, then get to your dessert so you can let the itis sit in for a little while. Don't fall asleep, especially at Green Parrot with the cool ocean breeze blowing in. You could fall asleep right there at the bar. Poof. Don't dive no conk. Stay awake. Watch the game. Now, that'll get you into, the 4 o'clock game. 4 o'clock game, you start your libations. That goes into the evening game, which is the Ravens and the Bengals. So you got 1 o'clock, Packers and Lions. You got Cowboys and Chiefs, Cowboys and Indians.
What time is that?
4:30.
That's a 4:30 game, okay.
And then at 8:20, you got the Ravens and the Bengals. Now, what I want you to do, on behalf of Talking Heads, on behalf of the press box, every Sunday right here on Guardian Radio, we got to coordinate it. Get down there to Green Park. The first 20 people for the 12 o'clock game, the 4:30 game, and the 8:20 game gonna get a free Bud Light.
Oh, that's cool.
Same thing in Margaritaville, PI. So shout out to Bud Light, shout out to Green Parrot, shout out to Margaritaville, PI. Let there be football this Thursday. Get on in and enjoy it. And be sure to get your Bud Light courtesy of Talking Heads and the Press Box. And yes, we are eligible. So we will make sure that everything's flowing properly.
You're going to sample the goods.
See, this is how it works. For the 12 o'clock game, 1 o'clock game, we got X amount going out. The first 20 people. That leaves 4 left over. 2 for you, 2 for me.
That's it.
Then
That's a lot.
Then we get to the
Two.
4:30 game. 20 go out to the first people, then 2 for you.
Yeah, no,
2
that-
for
okay,
me.
that's
Then we get to
definitely
the
too
8
much.
o'clock game, and 20 go out, and it's 2 for you,
Okay.
and 2 for me.
Yeah, that's really too much, but
And
thank
then-
you for the thought.
We don't have to drink them there, but I'm just saying.
All right, we'll be collecting.
That's how it's going to go. So come out and get your free Bud Light on. And definitely, we'll be announcing
be a
it
lot
all
of
week.
fun.
And Thursday, be sure to go and indulge
I'm
and
officially
enjoy.
starting to play my Christmas music on Friday. Okay, here's another text. So they say, why are y'all going against the code? Orca?
Orca?
Oh, Urca.
Is that Urca?
Well, it's spelled ORCA. Sorry. It took me a second. I'm
Give it up for
sorry.
super producer Wally.
I'm sorry.
the
Urca could
text
not be talking
whisperer.
anything about the election. Okay, that's not exactly what the rule is. I'm texter, but thank you.
What happened?
Said Urca could not be talking about the election. That's not what the rule is. This texter
What did I
says
say about the election? Just to be safe.
I think they're thinking about the way it used to be back in the day. Rules that we're very familiar with. Texter, we have been doing radio. How long you been doing radio?
Poof.
Since
Many moons.
I think I've been
moons.
doing it for 17 years now. Yeah, so we're very familiar. But thank you very much, Texter.
Yeah. If you've been doing it 17, I've been doing at least a
20,
touchdown more than you.
20.
And not in a bad way. I said that with the most love and respect.
All right. This person says that's what College of the Bahamas should be doing. The exit polling, yeah, that'll be good. I mean, it's something as a country we could look towards. And I think not just exit, but just general polling throughout the year. I know that there are some companies that do it, but, on a regular basis, just so that we can stay in tune with the issues that really matter to the
And I think Bahamians
to
want to hear that
Bahamians.
kind of stuff. You know what else they want to hear? Debates. Moving forward, debates.
So this is a question. This person says,
For future election purposes in
debates
the
will be
future.
nice. We're going to work towards that
Debates.
too. We're going to start getting on that pretty much soon too. This person say, what if I'm not impressed with any of the parties or the candidates, so I still have to vote? I would want you to give all of the candidates, particularly for your constituency, give them some attention, because I have a feeling, I've heard a lot of good stuff from all of the candidates, and I feel like if you give them some attention, give them some time, you probably would find some issues that, may impress you. And don't forget, we have a part to play as well. Reach out to everyone that comes and talks with you and tell them what it is that you're focused on. And then maybe that'll kind of change your mind about it.
Well, don't do it like the Indians used to do in America back in the day. Don't wait for a sign, Don't walk outside, and if you see something yellow or something red or something black come at you right away, don't necessarily take that as a sign, because look at some of the Indian names of all time. That's how you end up with squatting dog.
You're so crazy. This person says, Naughty, I'll be coming down to Green Parrot. Bring MJ with you too. Let her know to look for the tall, light-skinned boy with brown eyes. What? Man, stop my...
Why? So she can watch you get dropped on your head or brace with one of the set. But I old school, you'll get at least all 4 of them
you
bottles for the
won't.
first game. Kada bing. Look at Wally good. Wally know me long time. Some people know karate. Some people know taekwondo. I know freaking crazy and cha-ching po for my wife, buddy. Don't play around.
I love Bahamian.
I almost dropped the F-bomb on the radio just now.
love Bahamian. So we didn't do headlines.
Oh, we got a delay? Well, in that case, you... Thank you.
Stop playing. But yeah, it's a nice day. All right. I think we're going to take a break here. Big day.
Yes, man.
You guys still have some time. It's 4:44. Still got an hour and 15 minutes or so. Hour and 16 minutes if you're being precise. to get out down there, and it's either Anatole or Adelaide Primary, correct?
Correct.
Those are the two.
Anatole Rogers or Adelaide Primary.
Still
And,
have time to get down there and get your vote in. It'll be good. I'll be honest with you, that's what I'm looking forward to, like a fairly decent turnout. That'll make my heart happy, you know?
Right after the news at 6, be sure to join MJ, myself, Dwight from One and Bland, C.A. Nuri, Erin Green. I don't know what Erin changed her last name to, because, you know, she's changed the name up, so Erin, you know. I can call you Green because I know your family. Your late Uncle Daddy-O is my good brethren, you know that. So, gonna look forward to that conversation. Obviously, we'll have Garth and the crew from Guardian Radio Live. And then obviously Shivago will chime in. I think we'll have Anku side in as well. So definitely we'll chop it up. And if I missed anybody,
you'll correct it later when you're here.
But you know, if I missed you, I didn't dish you. I'm just trying to figure out, you know, how all us can fit in this studio.
You're listening to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM with Naughty. You're truly MJ on this beautiful by-election Monday. Way to go, Golden Isles. We're going to take a quick break right here, and we'll be right back after this.
Hey, right after 6, like, you go to break first and then come back and hold the chairs, and I can go to break. I can hold the chairs while you go to break, and then boom, because we ain't losing these chairs after 6.
Hold your seat.
Hold your seat, just like domino.
Gotcha.
Naughty Johnny's restaurant can only be described as the experience you want to recreate again and again and again. Their motto is simple food done well. You're welcome into their home at Naughty Johnny's, where you can dine on crack conch fritters, and other Bahamian favorites. There's also an international flair that's guaranteed to offer something for everyone. Enjoy a good meal and listen to a live band on their patio Friday and Saturday nights, or brunch on Saturday and Sunday, only at Naughty Johnny's restaurant in the Old Town Plaza, Old Fort. They're open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday. Naughty Johnny's. Well worth the trip.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Man, I can't wait to eat. I am starving.
You know our spot never disappoints.
Boy, I left my wallet in the room. No way I'm going back.
Relax, buddy. You've got your phone, right?
Yeah, I do.
Perfect. Just pay with $100 from your digital wallet.
Good thing $100 transactions are seamless, safe, and convenient.
Yup, $100 save the day.
Experience the convenience of $100, the digital currency of the Bahamas. Whether you're dining out or anywhere else, $100 ensures seamless transactions. Join the future of payments with $100.
'Tis the season to crunch and be merry with KFC's festive feast. Gather around the table, the laughter, and the people you love most with KFC flavor that makes every moment brighter. So whether you're here for original memes or spicy moments, gather round for the memories that truly matter. Share 8 juicy pieces of your favorite KFC chicken with 4 buttery biscuits, and make it extra festive with your favorite sides. Make moments full of flavor, not dish duty. KFC, it's finger licking good.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want, but you must try. Try and try. Try and try. You'll succeed at last. Persecution you must bear. Win and lose, you've got to get your share. Got your mind set on a dream. You can get it, the hard it may seem now. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want, but you must try. Try and try. Try and try. You'll succeed at last. I know it. Listen, Rome was not built in a day. Opposition will come your way, but the hotter the battle you see, it's the sweeter the victory. Now you can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want.
But you must try and try. Try and try. The late, great Jimmy Cliff.
Oh, yes.
Boy, it's hard for me to read that right there. One of my favorite reggae artists of all time, one of the legendary trailblazers of reggae music and ska to the world.
Yep.
Jimmy Cliff, James Chambers, born July 30th, 1944, in Jamaica, passed away November 24th of November 2025.
That would be today.
Today. And listen, the man was so talented. Jamaican ska, rocksteady, reggae, and soul musician, multi-instrumentalist, singer, and actor. At the time of his death, he was the only living reggae musician to hold the Order of Merit, the highest honor that can be granted by the Jamaican government for achievements in the arts and sciences. And
Absolutely outstanding.
One of my favorite movies, if you haven't ever watched it, and you like good old-fashioned movies, you want to laugh, and if you want to be a little, if you want to have one or two brewskis before you watch it, that's fine. Libation of choice. It's called Club Paradise.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Robin Williams was in it.
Oh, yeah?
What's his name? Michael Caine.
Okay.
And basically what it was, Robin Williams was a firefighter from New York, got injured, took his settlement money, moved to Jamaica, bought a small resort. Jimmy Cliff was working in the area as a local musician and used to entertain at the old resort. They bought the resort, and it took off, and it had a bevy of comedians in it and actors making cameos, and it was freaking hilarious.
That actually sounds like a good plot.
And the soundtrack, some of the most underrated work that Jimmy Cliff put in is off that soundtrack. So if you want to veg out one day and enjoy a nice ride, grab your wifey like that. If I grab MJ and say, listen, if you're going to listen to Club Party soundtrack,
ride around the island?
Ride around, open the top on the beam and just ride.
You
got your libation of choice. I got mine in the cooler because I'm driving, but when we stop, but just listen. It's a decent, solid soundtrack. Now, the movie, did you pull it up by any chance? I know you're IMDb friendly. No, basically, that it was a great movie. I want to say 87, 88.
Mm-hmm.
They released it. It might be a little later, 89.
Oh, wow. So Peter O'Toole was in that
Bingo,
movie as well.
Peter O'Toole. I might have said Michael Caine, but it was Peter O'Toole.
Rick Moranis was in that. Twiggy was in that. Eugene Levy was in that.
Correct.
I think he says Levy. This is quite the cast. I might watch, because, such a legend as Jimmy Cliff Bassett, I might watch that a little bit later. If I'm up late tonight, might give that a watch.
That's definitely something we can watch.
Yeah, but we've lost another legend. May he rest in peace.
And did a lot for Jamaica as well too. He was very proud Jamaican,
And that's the beauty of music. I talk about athletes a lot and how our athletes represent us so well on the world stage. Well, our musicians do too. We're still, waiting for that burst, but I think it's coming. And, even though some may not be global, we do have a couple of musicians that are very global that represent the country really well. So,
and I'll tell you something. You look at Jimmy's catalog too, just so you know, for some of you youngsters out there. Many rivers to cross.
You have Jimmy trending on TikTok.
Follow my mind.
Mm-hmm.
You could get it if you really want it. Just play that.
Yeah.
The harder they come, and that came from a movie, The Bigger They Come, The Harder They Fall, Jamaican cult classic film that Jimmy Cliff was a star in, so you could watch that one as well. Shout out to my boy Blackfire, Big Al. He peeked me to that movie years ago. That's a great watch. Reggae Night. And then, of course, he did covers of Hakuna Matata, Cat Stevens' Wild World, and Johnny Nash's I Can See Clearly Now. and from the film Cool Runnings. He starred in the film The Harder They Come, which helped popularize reggae around the world, Club Paradise, what I mentioned, and he was one of 5 performers inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2010.
That is something to be proud of.
I need you to line that up for me, that other one I told you about. I have that ready, because we're speaking of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but let me just get to this call right here. Talking Heads.
Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ.
Hi.
Hey, good afternoon.
Yeah, I just was on TikTok. I spotted that and I said, let me scroll to Google to check to see if the thing was real. Then you come back from the break, Naughty playing late great Jimmy Cliff. So hard to, it's hard to say, but Jimmy is one of the greatest Jamaican artists, and I always play a lot of his songs just to keep me focused.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Many Rivers to Cross, The Harder They Come, The Harder They Fall, those, they are hits.
They big hits, man.
Roll,
And then that Club Paradise soundtrack had some good ones, too.
Yeah, definitely, but the African diaspora has lost an icon, and, even though I'm Bahamian, I love my African heritage and I promote the Caribbean,
yes.
a whole lot.
Yeah.
And Jimmy, it's just hard to fathom, but then, perhaps I'm getting old myself because I didn't realize Jimmy was 81.
I know, right?
Jimmy was 81.
81 years old.
To your point, too, what you said about being in the Caribbean and being Afro-Caribbean, Jimmy was one of those people that embraced all the shades of Africa that are in the Caribbean, and he embraced it. And like you said, he was an icon to our generation. He was one of them that spoke out. Some people called him militant, but we got Jimmy. We connected to Jimmy. I am sad to hear that he passed, honestly.
I'm sad and sure. I definitely is, because I wasn't anticipating this. When I heard you mention it,
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable, But
I hate having to read it, but
again, it just it causes us to, to stay more grounded and focused, because a lot of people are just leaving us.
That's
and
true.
It seems as if that living to be old is a lonely situation, because you're losing, so many of your contemporaries and, and the names that you would have heard from you a child,
Yeah.
And it's just a sad day for me. And
well, I feel your pain, brother, because sometimes when I look up and I see comedians that I grew up watching gone and artists gone, and even in my peer group, it's like wow. Or when I see parents pass on now, it's like wow, yeah. I remember Mr. So-and-so.
Naughty, but even when you bring it back home in this election season, you're gonna miss the great Darrell Miller. To call these things.
No, my brother, listen tonight live. I already talked to somebody earlier, man. Darryl is my boy from way back. When management called me this morning, they said be entertaining, and that was like Darryl was whispering in my ear already. So just tune in tonight right after the news at 6. I feel another provocative topic coming up tonight there, Clara.
Silly.
Well, I wouldn't talk politics tonight.
And I can say Kachina Magolis and Kachina Magobulus.
I'll wait until tomorrow.
All right, my brother.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you, man. Mr. Producer, let's get to the break. Speaking of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, gotta big up Outkast, another group that we all grew up on. And of course, it's so richly deserved. And, years ago when Andre Benjamin stood up at the awards and said, hey, the South got something to say, he opened a whole freaking door that we all love and appreciate them for. So, yeah, right after the show, well, after this tonight, MJ, me and you, your cousin and your mama, too.
For the show. A couple of years ago on Headland and the Low was the starter. Something good. Where me and my drove the martyr through the hood, just trying to find that hook up. Now every day we looked up at the ceiling, watching ceiling fans go round, trying to catch that feeling off instrumental. Had my pencil and plus my paper. We caught the 86 fly on your headed to Decatur, writing rhymes, trying to find I was right off in there.
The holidays are all about traditions, the lights, the laughter, and the food you can't wait to dig into. KFC Deluxe sandwiches are the favorites that never miss a season. Bite into an extra large, juicy chicken filet with fresh lettuce, tomato, melty cheese, pickles, and creamy mayo, nestled on a buttery brioche bun. Make mealtime extra festive with the Festive Big Box for $15, featuring a KFC Deluxe sandwich and our new coconut dessert biscuit. Classic flavor, festive feel with KFC's Deluxe sandwiches. KFC, it's finger licking good.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
What's on your wish list this year?
A family staycation.
A shopping spree.
Surprise me.
'Tis the season of surprises. You could win a tech bundle, family staycation, US $1,000 cashback, or US $500 Amazon voucher. Simply use your CIBC Caribbean Visa credit card or Visa debit card for a minimum spend of US $100 or more. Learn more at www.cibccaribbean.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Join the Bahamas Heart Association for its inaugural golf tournament, proudly presented by Visa and Fidelity Bank on Sunday, November 30th at the spectacular Royal Blue Golf Club. Every swing brings hope and healing to young hearts. Gather your team and play with purpose or make a donation. Tee off for tiny hearts, because every heartbeat deserves a chance. For more details, contact the Surfing the Sassoon Heart Foundation at sassoonheartfoundation.org.
Craving something bold, fresh, and unforgettable? Tropical Gyros is your flavor-packed escape, a Carib-Greek fusion born right here in Nassau. From juicy grilled salmon, chicken, and pork gyros to loaded bowls, fresh salads, wings, and more, there's something for every craving. Find Tropical Gyros at any of their locations, JFK Plaza, Rosetta Street, Port Lucaya Freeport, or their franchise spots on Prince Charles Drive, Soldier Road West, Delaport, and Carmichael Road. Tropical Gyros, not just good food, it's an experience.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
So me tell you that they love you, but they got that ulterior motive. Oh, what they say. And if me tell you that they need you, but they got that ulterior motive. Personality. And if me tell you that they love you, but they got that ulterior motive. Oh, what they say. And if me tell you that they need you, but they got that ulterior motive. Personality. Sorry for my God. Some wrong by you. Yeah. Though you're working so hard, they want to treat you like Butu. 7 days a week, you try to make the 2 ends meet. It's not so sweet, still they cut their teeth and then skin them teeth. You wonder what the world is coming to. Kinda host, but I got to sing it too. I got 9 man there, the feeling they rock alone. So me tell you that they love you, but they got that ulterior motive. Oh, what a shame. And let me tell you that they need you, but they got that ulterior motive. Personality. So me tell you that they love you, but they got that ulterior motive. Oh, what a shame. And let me tell you that they need you, but they got that.
All right, we are back at ya. 5:09 p.m. We're into the 5 o'clock hour. We will talk some sports in short order, and we'll get you ready, obviously, for tonight, right after the news. We're going to jump on in, and we'll do the full coverage with all the hosts here at Guardian Radio. So you're going to get a big dose of fresh news, smart talk all evening, or at least until halftime of the Monday night football game.
And then you're out of here?
Then I am out of here like Eddie Kendricks left the Temptations. When they dimmed the lights down.
Did he eventually go back?
Yeah, they all did.
It's never the same, though, right? Like, once you're leaving, it's like it's never really the same.
And shout out to Leon, because you know one of the famous lines in the movie when he say, Otis, I am the Temptations. Nobody here to see you. That was totally ad-libbed, threw it in, and that
Really?
line to this
That's
day, because I think
memorable.
Otis is like the last surviving member of the original
The
Temptations.
real Temptations.
And he outlived plenty of the replacement ones too.
Yeah.
But to this day, wherever he goes, that's what he gets in the airport. Leon and Leon came on and said, "Look, I feel so bad."
Yeah.
He said, because when I did it, I just did it in the
moment, in the character.
In the moment. And sure enough.
That sounds like something.
But he said the
David would
irony
say.
of it was that he felt bad for, Otis, because Otis would still get it wherever he'd go in airports or whatever. Ain't nobody here to see you, Otis. How he did it, right?
I know, right?
And then he said years later, when it got played back on him, said when the whole Diddy scandal broke, the other scene what he did, "You can't leave me, I'm major," walking up to the window when he'd been fired. He said, but he realized that it had come full circle.
I
and
love
now,
that movie. I know you loved it because you watched
God.
it like what, 10, 20 times?
I like it for the soundtrack, but I the one thing I like that look, we know the music industry is shady. I don't even want to touch all of that portion of it. But initially when he started, Barry Gordy had good intentions with those artists. And I always salute him for giving the African American artist or the artist that was not Caucasian American. Because he dabbled into some Richie Valens and some stuff too.
Oh, that's true.
Around the lines. But
Cut his teeth,
but predominantly, he put the right people on. And what I loved about Barry Gordy, here you had Smokey Robinson.
I was just going to mention Smokey.
Yes, because he got the green eyes. And still to
Why
this
don't you
day,
stop?
No, but I ain't gonna lie. I give Smokey credit. I mean, still to this day, 80-something, still performing and still like doing it. Not like, oh, you need a walk or nothing. He might need one when he come off stage, but he's still doing it on stage. But Smokey Robinson, with all his hits, okay, was still a writer behind the scenes that a lot of people didn't know and wrote tons of hits for the Temptations.
Yeah, no, he's super, super talented.
Then when the Temptations hit and they were making money, Gordy had enough to say, you know what? Now we can cross it over. Now you see the divided lines and the John Crows we've been playing, and those lines have now been moved. All right, here we go. Bring in the producer from Burke Baccarat. Let Burke Baccarat write some stuff too. We going with the who? We going to the country clubs. We going to the show. We going to the white audience now. And guess what? They did. And they sold even more. And obviously, like every other group that's followed in their footsteps, New Edition. New Kids on the Block to an extent.
No, New Kids was a copy of
Correct. New Edition, which came from the Temptations.
More mainstream for America.
And then you had a couple of other groups too, like with 5 members that were doing their thing, but all of them, if you look at it, suffered the curse of the Temptations. There was always a David Ruffin in the group, Bobby Brown.
Well, because people demand
There's always
it.
Eddie Kendrick.
Because people want it.
Ricky Bell. And I fights for some New Edition. MJ will tell you, I fights for New Edition. That's my
You
group.
said Ricky Bell?
Yeah.
In terms of?
Eddie Kendrick.
Oh.
Still one of the crooners, one of the leads, but had the dark alcohol problem and the drug addiction. Bobby is David Ruffin all over.
Yeah, he is. And so who's Ralph? Ralph is like Tresvant. He's like, because if you ask me, like just singing abilities, he was the most talented one.
Then I have to put in that quality as far as showmanship, singing. I would put him up there with David Ruffin, but with all the tragedy and the dark stuff and all of that and the addictions, then Bobby takes the cake.
This texter says it's Barry Gordy, not Barry. Did you call him Barry?
Yeah, Barry, sorry.
It is Barry.
Yeah,
I
Barry.
didn't catch that. Thank you for catching that, texter.
All right, texter, just so you know, though, I got caught between Barry Gordy and Barry White, another artist that Barry Gordy had a lot of influence on with Barry's career. Is that good for you now? Is that better for you?
This texter says, hi, Naughty. Are the ballots counted at Anatole, the same place where the voting takes place, or are they transported somewhere else, then are counted? So our understanding is that the ballots are counted in the individual rooms, in the individual polling stations, and so they will count the votes there, and then they're sealed in the boxes, and that's transported to our parliamentary registration department, and then there's a recount that happens tomorrow. So our understanding is, yes, they are counted at the at Anatole, and then I guess it would also be Adelaide Primary, right?
Adelaide Primary is correct.
People were out there early this morning. That was so.
They were out there,
good.
and that listen.
Be proud of your purple thumb if you exercise your right to
People
vote
want to
today.
get out there, do what they got to do. No headache, no drama. Be in, be out. and then figure it all out tonight. And we have the pleasure of announcing the results for you.
This texter says, hi, Naughty, and my favorite host, MJ, listening from Central and South Eleuthera. And I can't say the rest of that texter, but shouts out to you. At least I can't say it before 6 o'clock. Shouts out to you and everyone down there in Eleuthera. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. Eleuthera is absolutely stunning. And I've seen some beautiful beaches, but the beaches in Grand Bahama, Eleuthera, Exuma, just, top notch.
Listen,
all of our islands. Let's don't start a competition.
And I think we didn't we have an island that was it Harbor Island if I'm not mistaken, or one of our beaches that was in the top 10
Pink Sands, I think,
in the world. Mr. Producer, I just sent you something. I need you to line that up for me, please. Yeah, it was one of them.
I mean, truth be told, we have a lot of beaches that could, be top 10 on their own.
Now, again, like I said, join us tonight, right after the news. All your weekday Guardian Radio hosts will be here. All the results are coming in, and we'll give you the results as they come in from all the polling stations. As they come in, as MJ told you for the texter, the votes will be counted at the voting station, at the polling stations. Mm-hmm. So every one of them will have their individual count, so on and so forth.
And you do have another 44 minutes. You have until 6 o'clock. If you're in line at 6 o'clock, stay in line, because if you're in line at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., then you will still be, I think they'll still facilitate you in order to go ahead and cast your vote. So yeah, get down there. If you're a constituent of Golden Island, go ahead and get your vote in.
All right, listen, I got a shout out, all right? Big Jim from the Press Box chat group, Big Jim Store. Proud Bahamian American, served in the military, always checks in, always visits, comes down 2-3 times a year. Jim, you asked me what I know about the Temptations and not just like the regular stuff. And I get you. I feel like My Girl and I Wish It Would Rain.
I feel like
just my imagination, but I got one for you right now.
Uh-huh.
I got one.
Okay, no, because I wanted to tell him. I feel like our son's first song. You remember what you used to do when he was a baby?
Well, listen.
His first song, I think he learned or heard outside of the womb.
Okay.
Would have been I Wish It Would Rain by the Temptations.
And
right?
I'm talking to all the young bloods out there, all my youngsters out there, listen to Uncle Naughty now. If your significant other, your wife or your girlfriend is expectant, let me tell you this now, so you know. They will do their due diligence all day, but they got to sleep at some point too. Okay? And MJ, my God, our boys wouldn't be who they are today without all the love MJ poured into them. But she had to sleep too. So I got some of the night duties so she could sleep. Here is how you get them go to sleep. Not no warm bottle or no problem or no teddy bear or no storybook. That's all a bunch of garbage. Garbage! In the words of my friend Ari Spears, garbage! Let me tell you what to do. You take the burping cloth and you put it on your shoulder. You put that little angel up on the shoulder right there. And I don't care if they're kicking up and on your cell phone, you bust off. In this order, I Wish It Would Rain, Just My Imagination, okay? And possibly this one right here. Now, Big Jim Store, if you want to know what I know about the Temptations, one of the few cuts by the Temptations that feature David Ruffin and Eddie Kendricks at the same time. They did a lot of solo work and a lot of solo songs. But this one right here, listen to this one right here.
Down the side of a snow-covered hill, it's growing like the size of a fish that the man claims broke his reel. It's growing like a rosebud blooming in the warmth of the summer sun. It's growing like a tale by the time it's been told by more than one. Ooh, it's growing. Every day it grows a little more than it was the day before. My love for you just grows and grows. grows. Nobody knows.
We're going to get to the break, but I'll tell you, boy, MJ, I love you. And after 23 going on 24 years, it's still growing. Bigger than it.
To see his girl when she's gone away, it's growing like the sun.
In the words of Eddie Murphy, David Ruffin, ladies and gentlemen. David Ruffin. That boy, good. Let's get to the break. Flip side of the break, we'll be back. We'll answer some more texts. Then make sure you're ready for the night, and we'll talk some sports. Keep it right where you got it. The Monday, November 24th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this. Take me to the break, Mighty Temptations. Let's go.
Grows and grows, and where it's gonna stop, I'm sure nobody knows. Nobody knows. It gets a little wider. Nobody knows. Oh, it gets a little stronger. The feeling for each kiss, baby. Oh, it lasts a little longer, yeah.
Refined style with elegant taste. Then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
This holiday season, give yourself the gift of a fresh start with a personal loan at Fidelity. You could win refreshing prizes like a luxurious spa day, John Boat gift certificates, a cruise for two, and more. Make that move to a fresh start today. Call 356-7764. Promotion ends December 19th.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
The technicians at Muffler World on Mackey Street and Robinson Road can do a lot of things to make your car perform better. Like make sure the wheels are properly aligned, and that your brakes actually work, and that your car is using the correct oil and in fact has oil. Those same techs can replace your entire exhaust system. Check out Muffler World for the top of the line Walker muffler. Now if you want your ride to sound rude, Muffler World can help you there too with a system by Flowmaster. Muffler World, Mackey Street and Robinson Road. Mufflers and a whole lot more.
Flame Grill tastes better. At the Burger King Nassau, you'll see our legendary Whopper with cheese is made with 100% flame grilled beef for that juicy and smoky barbecue flavor you love. Topped with fresh ingredients and nestled in an even fluffier bun. And right now, enjoy BK's Whopper with cheese combo with fries and a drink for just $9, including that. The King gives more food and more flavor for an unbeatable price. Taste the flame grill difference at any of Burger King's 7 locations in Nassau.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Down my baby's number, I get a click every time, Mr. Telephone. There you go. Started off with the Temptations and bringing you out of the break with new edition. Dug in the Crates on that one too. You like that one, MJ?
I do.
And I wanted to go some of the original New Edition. You know?
Well,
when you had
the
Bobby
New
and
Edition
Ralph
pretty
and
much
one of
stayed
them.
the same. There was just Johnny that was added in the later years.
And I look at Johnny Gill as the LeBron James of New Edition.
How does that even make sense? Why are we talking LeBron again?
Just because he was added to a great franchise because he couldn't get it done anywhere else. I'm just having my moments.
Yeah, it
Listen,
could only be.
with
You're
new
straight tripping right now.
No, let me tell you why I'm going through this process.
You guys are playing well, right?
I am going to have another moment, an earmark moment
Mhm.
in my life of basketball fandom. I was very depressed after Larry Bird retired because that was my favorite player to hate. I respected him, but I hated him.
Because he was the
A Laker
competition.
killer.
Yeah.
And a heartbreaker. Like, he would break your heart. He wouldn't just do it like, he would just do it in crazy ways. Ask the Detroit Piston fans on that steal. Remember that crazy steal?
I do.
And then passes it to Dennis Johnson for the layup, Lord bless the dead. Painful stuff like that. Or like the 38 he dropped in the Boston Massacre on the Lakers, and he was coming down talking trash like, no, I'm going to dribble it to the corner, head fake you, then shoot 3 in your face. And he would do it. Now, not as much on the court, but off the court. And the fact that he was my new hate piece since Larry Bird, post Larry Bird. I got to find somebody new to hate. LeBron getting ready to hang him up.
Are you actually saying that you're going to miss him in a twisted,
Twisted,
like super
weird,
twisted way?
super, yeah, I
You're going to
am.
miss him when he's gone?
Because at the end of the day, who now will I have to hate? I'm looking at one, though. A Cooper Flag kid. He might be a good one to jump on the bandwagon for now. And you know, that might be my new hate piece right there. Getting a lot of hype. Mavericks still losing, though. Somebody told me, somebody put it online, and it was a great analogy. And I said, boy, I could tell MJ when I see it. They said if Larry Bird, speaking of Larry Bird, if Larry Bird and Magic Johnson had a love child, it would be Luka Doncic.
Ooh.
And then if you look at the game,
That's interesting.
he's got the Magic kind of passing.
Right.
And he's got the Larry Bird juke you in your eye 3.
That is kind of...
And he's a tall player, like tall guard, you know, where you put him could play forward and is a stat sheet filler like Bird and Magic.
And then
Let's
he's
go to the phone
maintaining his
line.
fitness, yep.
Talking heads.
Hey, Naughty, this the legend, man. What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, man, I followed the New Edition, when they first started. They used to sing on the streets for the girls, for lunch money.
Correct.
I think Ray Parker had some bringing up
No,
that same
it was
song you played
it was
just now,
Maurice.
the telephone man,
It was Maurice Starr.
Had the Ray Parker beat.
Right, Starr.
Hold on, it was Maurice Starr who discovered them in the projects of Boston. They're all from the Boston area. Maurice Starr discovered them. Yes, Ray Parker Jr. did some writing for them initially.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
but
some
that
other.
same song you played, Mr. Telephone Man, you know, it's got to get a Ray Parker tune beat to it if you really listen to Ray Parker music.
Yeah, man. How you mean? And I don't just mean Ghostbusters either.
Yeah, that's true. Right. Yeah, man, I just wanted to bring that out there.
Good stuff,
Thank
man.
you.
I mean, yeah, man. I now what we got to do? We
And
got to
that's
find
the
some Ray
connection
Parker.
because Maurice was also responsible for New Kids on the Block, right?
Correct.
That was his other version.
Right, and like I said, you look at those. All right, you got at some point we got to play "Please Don't Go, Girl" by
No, you don't.
by
No,
New
you
Kids on
don't.
the Block.
I'm good. I'm good. Honestly, I'm good.
But I ain't gonna lie though, that McIntyre kid. Who was that? Joey.
Joey McIntyre. Yeah.
Man, Joey McIntyre. I ain't gonna lie. The first time I ever saw that little white boy roll up and just bust up, "Please don't go," I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
There's a brother from the '60s trapped inside of you trying to get out.
Don't forget, it's now 5:29. You still have 31 minutes. If you haven't voted yet, you can head on down. If you're a constituent of Golden House and you're registered to vote, go on down and get in line and let your voice be heard. We understand if you're in line at 6 p.m., you can still be accommodated, but you have to be in line at 6 p.m. But yeah, head on down to your polling division and go ahead and cast your vote. I'm telling you that's the thing that I'm hoping for most. I'm feeling like it may be a little bit of a low turnout, but we'll see. Hopefully, we're surprised later on when we get the results back. And I just love an engaged electorate. Like, that's my thing, you know, an engaged electorate. And so that is definitely something to strive towards. I don't want the low numbers like we saw in 2021. I like us when we're up in the 90s and people point to us and they say, look at the Bahamas. You know, they had such a high turnout and everybody is so engaged in the democracy and engaged in the direction of the country. That'll be a great thing. But yeah, polls are closing soon. So head on down there and go get your purple thumb and get your voice heard in this by-election.
Let's look at this little switch into sports right now as a palate cleanser.
Sure.
And then we'll come back with more.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Polls almost closed.
So I think the only appropriate way to start the sports segment would be to say, how about them Cowboys?
Oh, my God. Why? Why did they win yesterday? Why?
Because
Why did they beat the defending champions yesterday? Now we got to listen to Cowboys wax poetic for another couple of, if you lose on Thursday,
why did
narrative
it happen?
Changes.
Why did it happen? Because they're division opponents. We let them get off the hook opening night Thursday.
Could have had that in your column as well.
We could have had that in the win column. That could have counted. Obviously, CeeDee Lamb has dropsy disease against the Eagles. 7 drop passes in 2 games this year.
What is that about?
And only 2 others against all the other competition he's played.
Something about the Eagles.
Something about the Eagles. One into being like hyper and uber competitive against Quinyon Mitchell, that all-pro cornerback. And it's a case of 2 alphas going to 2 alphas. And instead of him just taking 1 step slower, 1 breath, just focusing in, he's starting to run before the catch.
Super hyped, so he's making
Correct.
mistakes.
And then I think, obviously, he's getting paid a lot of money. He's got to live up to the money because if he looks over across the way, there's a young man by the name of George Pickens. Who has really, not since Michael Irvin, have I seen somebody frame-wise, route-wise, go up for the ball-wise like George Pickens. So much so that I think Mike might have to request to the NFL that both CeeDee and Pickens should wear 88.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Like 88A and 88B.
Yeah, that's not happening.
But you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, that really
Pickens
good.
is, listen, and it is purely a case of the media, if you get off on the wrong foot with them or the media doesn't understand you as a young player when you come in, they could blackball you and brand you a certain way in the league. And when you get to a fresh new start, these are the results which you get. He's an alpha, uber competitive wide receiver.
Right.
Look what he's doing with Dak Prescott, a real quarterback. When you have the quarterback carousel that was in Pittsburgh, of course dudes are going to get frustrated. I need the ball, throw me the ball, let me be a part.
So how is he now, though?
Like
he's under control?
Like he's been drafted in Dallas from day one.
Does he get that contract?
I think he's got Micah's agent, David Moneygetter.
I was going to say.
God, I hate Moneygetter.
I want to hear how you navigate this.
I think Jerry's learned from Moneygetter and how he goes. They don't.
And maybe the agent has learned a thing or two as well.
Correct. And I think in this instance, Dak will freak himself out.
If they
let Pickens walk. So I think the best thing to do is to pay him off the top, franchise him. That way he goes nowhere. You got a whole X amount of time to work it out. If you can't get it worked out, you come back again next year, franchise him again. But at some point, you will find that happy medium. Jerry will pay. I think Jerry's learned from the Micah debacle. Pay this dude. I think Dallas would call for Jerry's head. If the fandom would call for his head if they let Pickens walk. He's been that impactful. So
how many times can they franchise a player before they
2
have
years.
to? So twice in a row, and then that's it. You have to.
They got to walk.
Yeah.
That's why Kirk Cousins made $84 million.
That was
in 2 back-to-back franchise tag. And then signed for $84 million guaranteed from. Let's get to the call real quick. Talking Heads.
Yeah, Naughty and MJ, how y'all doing?
Hi.
Hey, what's going on, Muff?
Hey, Muff.
Hey, Naughty, you need to give me the 3 and 4 ball, but everything you predicted in the press box yesterday, but your Cowboys, you was telling Pearly and all the whole
I just got to dust my shoulders off
man.
for the people watching at home on the TV. Thank you, Muff. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, what you say with Pittsburgh come true, boy, the boys hating you too, boy. The Pittsburgh boys hating you, boy.
Tell them they got a couple more weeks to hate me too, because they got another 6-game stretch coming up, but they can go 1-5 and out of 2-4 and not make the playoffs.
Exactly, and how Baltimore will win and then take them over there in the hunt.
Correct.
But Naughty, all week I was telling you, but your defense, boy, how your defense step up with Williams, boy. After the 21 points, nothing.
I can be honest with you.
Fumble, miss field goal,
Muff, ask MJ. When the game first started, she looked at me and she's like, "Oh Jesus, I know where this going."
Yeah, because you guys
Because
are
it
making
had
mistakes.
blowout written all over it.
Right.
At halftime, she said, "How you doing?" I say, "Well, it's 21-7. You got a whole half of football to play. Let's see where it goes."
Mm-hmm.
Then I came back, and I had to tell her it was 21-21, and she was shocked. She was like, "Wait a minute.
I couldn't believe it.
Your
Like,
defense
Dallas
has
did that?
held the Philadelphia Eagles, the world champions, from the midway through the second quarter till now, scoreless, and you've outscored them 24-21.
That's your
I mean,
defense.
21-21, and then obviously we went on to win 24-21. We left 17 points on the field. CD dropped one in the end zone. Dak threw an
Yeah, y'all
interception
get
in the
away
end
from
zone.
them.
And Kevontae Turpin fumbled one on the way, and Aubrey missed a field goal. We really could have beat the brakes off them yesterday.
Right, but I tell you, long time they need to make Pickens their number one receiver over CD, man. CD, that's 7 passes. He dropping the 2 games.
We don't need that in the universe. Kumbaya, Musa, they are two good brothers, A and B and B and A, and no, they are 2 number ones. You don't need to put that into the universe, Muff.
Okay.
Don't put that bad omen out there.
Yeah, well, Mega is 49ers, right? Mega's a 49er, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, Mega, I going with the Panthers tonight. Yeah, I going with Bryce Young. All right, man.
Hey, ask Mega, who make up a whole 4 games on him just like that over the weekend. In
All right, then let me let someone else get in. But yeah,
all right, Muff.
Have a good one.
The whole crew could be in 6 o'clock. The whole
Yes,
crew.
man, everybody. So
All right,
tune
that's
in.
all good. That's all good.
All right, Muff. Be safe. Bless. So, like I was telling Muff, and even for yourself, you were shocked. That
Yeah, Dallas doesn't usually do the come from behind, win and to maintain their composure all the way through, and the defense holding up the way that they held up.
I'll be honest, when we got Kenny Clark and the Micah Parsons trade, I was excited because he's a pro. He plays the middle well, and I was like, all right, with Osa Odigizua, they'll be able to stop the run, and they have been able to do it. But when we added Quinnen Williams, and Eberflus had the clairvoyance, had the foresight to say, you know what, I can put all 3 of these hogs up front, and that's how we can get to the quarterback all while stopping the run. And that's what's happening. They've let up 90 yards in the last 2 games, only 3 yards a carry. And they're getting pressure from the inside. All of them have gotten sacks. Osi Odigizua had one yesterday. Quinnen Williams had 1.5 last week. And every week, Kenny Clark gets half a sack here, half a sack there. So they're getting the pressure there. And it proves when you force that pocket into the quarterback, no matter how good you are, you got to rush the ball down the field. When your cornerbacks have to spend less time in coverage and make a play on the ball rather than sitting back there with a quarterback for 4 or 5 seconds to throw, it makes a difference.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does. But what about the rest of the league? Like, what other teams are standing out to you on the rise right now?
The Rams right now, to me, are the creme de la creme of the NFL. Offense, defense, special teams, they're checking out, and McVay is an evil genius. He is one of them that will lose, take his licks, and come back like Syndrome, even more angry and upset. And
I haven't been watching them. Is this like best show on turf level Rams, or is this like good for what the league is now?
It's definitely with the Gurley McVay kind of championship Rams.
Best show on turf.
And to a point, it's kind of like greatest show on turf too. Because you got the 2 receivers, Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, and you got the running backs, Williams and Blake Corum, who played in Michigan. So, yeah, you could say it's kind of like that. They put up points. Matthew Stafford is just a straight gunslinger, just making amazing throws.
It is amazing, particularly since, for a couple of years there in Detroit, he was able to do X, Y, Z, but never really get to where I guess he wanted to be. And now it's such a much better position for him. So, be interesting to see how far they can take this.
So, yeah, if you ask me who I like, I think over there in the NFC, which is clearly the toughest conference in the NFL this year, I definitely like the Rams as definitely the favorite overall. In addition to that whole division has good teams. Seattle, to me, is a very good team at 8-3. San Francisco at 7-4 is a solid squad. And then you look over in the NFC North, the Bears are 8-3, Green Bay is 7-3-1, and Detroit is 7-4.
Not bad.
Good.
Pretty good.
And Philadelphia 8-3 off their last loss to who? My Cowboys. So there's a lot of.
So NFC looking pretty good. What's happening in the AFC?
And Dallas still, like I said, is mathematically alive. They're at the 10 seed.
Now
you only
we
got to
down
get
to
to 8. But now you're not. But other teams that are in the hunt right now play each other.
That is
So
true.
we'll have
So
a better conference record when it's all said and done.
It'll
and Dallas
balance out. So,
and regardless, even if we go in on a streak and we don't make the playoffs, it's something to build on for next year with these guys in place. They know what they could do. They add through the draft and free agency. And by God, Jerry might go try buy a Super Bowl. I'm excited.
about him buying a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
We'll see.
He's middle-aged. He's ancient age and crazy.
So I'm sure the Dolphins want to hear about how they're going to just run the board and eventually make it to the Super Bowl.
That's my point. If you
how are
look
they
over,
looking?
over to the AFC East, if you look in the conference, the Dolphins also happen to be at number 11 at 4-7. They trail Kansas City, who are 6-5. But if Kansas City was to drop a game to the Cowboys, they go to 6-6. Miami wins their next game. They're 5-7.
And now all of a sudden,
you have a log jam between the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are 6-5, Houston 6-5, Kansas City 6-5, Miami 4-7, and they play each other, and they play some of the better teams. So those guys log jam in our wild card spot, including Buffalo and Jacksonville, and the Chargers, who are all 7-4. They have tough games to play. And there's a log jam.
So who
there's
do you
more
think
parity.
who do you think comes out?
The creme de la creme in the AFC right
Is it
now
the
is New
Patriots?
England
The Patriots.
and Denver.
Didn't expect to say that so
But I
soon.
reserve the right to say, and I'm not saying this with my heart because it's Stat Boy's favorite team, the Baltimore Ravens have the schedule and the healthy talent now to make a disgusting run. And they look like nobody see them coming. They're 6-5, fourth seed in the AFC.
Can Lamar pull it off?
They started 1-5.
But he was injured early
They're
on.
now 6-5. They won 5 straight games. If you look at the schedule, they got the Steelers twice. Division games, they could be tough, but I think they beat the Steelers in both those games. They got the Bengals. They don't have a very tough schedule compared to who else in the division there and who they're playing. Baltimore could very well be at 6-5, the third seed, in a great position. I don't know if they catch New England because New England's 10-2, and they're playing a fourth spot.
Baltimore's been losing games that if they want to be the new choice in the AFC, they should have won some of those games that they've been losing.
They were injured early. The defense had issues, but like I said, over the last 5 weeks, they have done it, and they've done it without Lamar Jackson too in a couple of starts.
And the Patriots have a lock on that division, correct? So
no, they're not. That division that Baltimore's in is wide open.
Right,
That's
no, I know that I know Baltimore's in with
Cleveland,
Pittsburgh
and Cincinnati.
Right. No, I was still talking about the Bills. Sorry.
Yeah, the Bills. I don't think they catch New England.
That's the problem
So
that they're
that
facing
puts them
now.
in the
And
wild
this is
card
supposed
hunt.
to be. I mean, this is supposed to be Josh Allen's season, right?
And
That's
see,
what we were told.
Which you have to look at it. Indianapolis, they lead in the division. They're 8-3. If they lose a couple more games now, that allows Jacksonville to creep into the conversation. But it also allows Buffalo to hold their neck in the sense that if Indianapolis gets bumped down out of the division lead and Jacksonville takes it over, then Indianapolis is going to go in front of Buffalo and bump them down. Buffalo has a lot of work to do. Pittsburgh has a lot of work to do. Houston has a lot of work to do. Meaning they got to keep winning and hope other teams lose. So there's going to be very interesting last 5 or 6 weeks of the NFL season.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I'm
going to
sure.
get exciting.
And which is what you like, right?
And then the weather element factors in as well. When fields become the frozen tundra like in Green Bay.
Yeah, anyone having to play up in
Correct.
New England, up in Buffalo, this
Like
time of year, Green Bay, this
And
time of year, moving forward, it's
that's-
going to be tough.
That's why I tell Dolphin fans, slow your roll. You're going to lose that game in Pittsburgh. You're playing in Pittsburgh at 4 o'clock.
And I
in
love
weather.
Pittsburgh. It's a beautiful city.
But it's
I
cold.
was there in the beginning, like I was there in spring, right?
Right, and
it was
and it's
bad,
cold.
right? So I can't even imagine being there in winter. It's absolutely dreary, sky gray all the
you
time.
remember last year when I was doing a drop-off, coming back, I told you, I said, well, I don't even know if I can get out because I'm watching the Pittsburgh-Cleveland game right
This
now.
was like a whiteout.
And it was totally white. You couldn't see anything. You couldn't see the uniforms. You couldn't. When they
Snow
said the player
everywhere.
squad, I say, who he play for? Okay, go put him under the blower. And then when I saw the black jersey, I said, okay, that's a Steeler. When I saw the orange, okay, that's a Brown.
Is it because the element is like another advantage, like an extra player that they don't have all of these games in dome stadiums
Well, I'll be honest with you.
in places like Pittsburgh and so forth?
I have sat in the cold because you know how I like to do in the cold. Limited time, be there, bundle up, feel cold, and then be good, right? So, okay. All right.
You started it. No dancing. You started it.
So, It's just like a different cold, and I think the element has effect on players differently. If you playing in a warm college and you were great there, playing in that 30-degree weather, that's a mofo right there. That's a problem.
Yeah.
And cold has a different effect on people.
Yeah.
We going to the break, right? And then we're going to let Rich take us home, right? All right, so we're going to get to the break. Rich Eisen can take us home.
Yes.
Breaking down that whole victory for the Cowboys and what it means and some other things, too. And we'll be back at you right after the news at 6 o'clock. And we'll be talking the by-election in the great
constituency of Golden Isles. Still have 15 minutes before the polls close. So if you're on your way there, hopefully you're really close.
Once you're in line before 6 p.m., they have to let you vote.
Yes. So good luck to everyone headed down there to vote. In the
and
Golden
the whole
Isles
lineup from Guardian Radio is coming up right out of the break, right after the news. You got Dwight from Morning Blend. I think we got Nuri in the building. We're going to have Aaron. I think Zhivago zooming or Zhivago be in the studio? He going to Zoom. And then obviously we'll have Garth and his crew. And then obviously the Talking Heads crew. Me, you. I think Pearlie will chime in. And we'll have a great conversation. So keep it right where you got it. And we'll have all the details for you. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So keep it right where you got it.
You can't change that. You're the only one I love. And you can't change that. You're the only one I need. And you can't change that. You're the one I love, girl. Now you can try it.
Craving something bold, fresh, and unforgettable? Tropical Gyros is your flavor-packed escape. A Carib-Greek fusion born right here in Nassau. From juicy grilled salmon, chicken, and pork gyros to loaded bowls, fresh salads, wings, and more. There's something for every craving. Find Tropical Gyros at any of their locations, JFK Plaza, Rosetta Street, Port Lucaya Freeport, or their franchise spots on Prince Charles Drive, Soldier Road West, Delaport, and Carmichael Road. Tropical Gyros, not just good food, it's an experience.
Are you searching for something new? Something exciting? Your dream job in paradise? Well, look no further. Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is hiring. Join a dynamic group of passionate hospitality professionals, craft unforgettable moments, and thrive in a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. Play your part in shaping the future of our team while growing your own career every day. Bring your energy, your passion, and your creativity to a workplace that's as dynamic and fun as you are. At Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, the opportunities don't just exist. They're limitless. So are you ready to find your perfect fit? Visit Royal Beach Club at paradiseisland.com/career today and step into a world of exciting possibilities.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
What's on your wish list this year?
A family staycation.
A shopping spree. Surprise me.
'Tis the season of surprises. You could win a tech bundle, family staycation, US $1,000 cashback, or US $500 Amazon voucher. Simply use your CIBC Caribbean Visa credit card or Visa debit card for a minimum spend of US $100 or more. Learn more at www.cibccaribbean.com. Terms and conditions apply.
The wait is over. The all-electric Geely Radara pickup is back at Easy Car Sales. Choose from 5 all-new 2026 models, complete with dual cab comfort, impressive cargo space, great towing ability, and tech features straight from the future. The perfect pickup for both work and play is 100% electric elegance, complete with factory warranty. Arrange a test drive before December 8th for a chance to win an Everything Christmas box. Visit easy242.com or call 461-0100 to get started.
'Tis the season to crunch and be merry with KFC's festive feast. Gather around the table, the laughter, and the people you love most with KFC flavor that makes every moment brighter. So whether you're here for original memes or spicy moments, gather round for the memories that truly matter. Share 8 juicy pieces of your favorite KFC chicken with 4 buttery biscuits and make it extra festive with your favorite sides. Make moments full of flavor, not dish duty. KFC, it's finger licking good.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
You have the proper drop ready because we have to give it up to this man whose team was down 21-0 to the Philadelphia Eagles in the Jones Mahal, only to come back and win it. There it is, TJ Jefferson. Big W for your Cowboys.
We're on to Kansas City.
I like it. Look at you.
We're on to Kansas City.
Look at you, expecting it. I like it. I like the attitude. And I'll tell you what, with the Chiefs beating the Colts in overtime to go to 6-5 and avoiding the first ever 5-6 start in the Reid era. The last time they were 5-6 was the year before Andy Reid showed up to beat the Colts in front of the country on CBS in the early window. And then the Eagles losing to the Cowboys after being up 21-0 in Dallas on Fox in front of the whole country.
Tried to tell you.
I do believe that Chiefs at Cowboys, middle of the Thanksgiving John Madden triple header. I think it gained 5 rating points yesterday. And as you know, the NFL schedule makers going into the season were saying that's going to be the largest audience in the history of regular season football in the National Football League.
I mean, it's nothing new to us.
I understand, sir. I understand. He's 5-1, and he's feeling it. As well you should. As well you should. As well you should.
And Rich, there's no mariachi bands. There's no balloons. It's just another game.
As well you should. As well you should, TJ Jefferson, because this Dallas Cowboys team right now looks different. It does. Defensively, when you trade away Micah Parsons, everyone's wondering, what the hell are you thinking? Micah. And I think a lot of people are still wondering that about the Dallas Cowboys. You know, when you're hoping to get that edge rushing from Jadeveon Clowney when he's not offsides during that 21-0 deluge that the Cowboys suffered at the beginning of the game on Sunday. But Clowney is beginning to make his presence known. But when you take Kenny Clark, which was a higher register, nice piece to get him back in that trade. Okay, I see you. At least you got Kenny Clark back.
That's something.
And then you add Quinnen Williams. Now, that's how you hold Saquon Barkley to 22 rush yards. Once upon a time, Saquon Barkley would stroll into this stadium in this game and run roughshod all of them. And once upon a time would be like, last year. But to see the Philadelphia Eagles only get from Saquon Barkley 22 rush yards on 10 carries. DeMarvion Overshown coming back. That front seven's buzzing all over the place. So the back end of the defense that was getting exposed left, right, up, and down for the first 9 weeks of the season. Totally different look. Totally different. And then offensively. I mean, I say this with the utmost of respect. Please understand what I'm about to say.
Well, this kind of sounds like we're
I
heading
know.
down disrespect.
And on the Rich Eisen show, when you say with all due respect, that allows you to be disrespectful after that.
Well, it doesn't allow you, it just cautions.
But George Pickens is balling out so hard.
How hard is he?
Balling out.
Balling out.
I mean, actually, let me rephrase that. Yeah. George Pickens is playing such great football.
Balling!
Yes.
Oh, even better.
He's turning CeeDee Lamb into his own personal Alvin Harper.
Hey, look, it is what it is.
Because we're seeing a receiver. I mean, Michael Irvin, my bestie, has got to be sitting there watching this beast of a receiver, wondering, like, can we find out some way to petition the NFL to see if he can also wear 88?
Right?
He's got to be thinking that. Can we make him an unofficial 88 clubber? Because he's unbelievable and is exactly the type of guy that the Steelers envisioned that he could possibly be for them until whatever ice of the iceberg that was underneath the surface was so significant, they had to trade him to the Dallas Cowboys. But George Pickens, man, is on a heater. 9 catches, 146 yards for him in this game. 4th most receiving yards by a Cowboys player with 100% catch rate since 1978. He set a new single-season career high for receptions with 67, and we still have
already
more games to go. CD, he was, by the way, Prescott was 9 for 9 targeting Pickens. 4 of 11 targeting Lamb, including another. I swear to God, when that ball went through his hands and hit him in the chest in the end zone, I thought he didn't just drop another pass against the Philadelphia Eagles that's going to cost the Dallas Cowboys, did he?
Part of that.
Were you thinking that, watching that? No doubt in the barn with your boy Ashton?
Listen.
Were you, by the confirmation, he was watching in the barn with Ashton. Were you not thinking that?
By the time that happened, I was home because I left the barn. I left the barn at halftime because I thought the game was over.
Good to know.
But yeah,
I don't blame you. 21 points.
Damn act together.
21 points down, man. That ties the Cowboys franchise record. Coming back from 21 down, scoring the final 24 unanswered to win it. Even though at some point I honestly wanted to jump through the television set and see if I could channel my way through to the Metroplex to look at Brian Schottenheimer when he went for it inside the 5-yard line with less than 4 minutes to go after getting that gift punt muff recovery after the Eagles hold defensively, and have an opportunity to run a 4-minute drill, kick a field goal, and get out of Dodge with a win in this game. And instead of kicking a bunny with Brandon Aubrey to go up 3, they decided to go for it and come away with 0 points. I wanted to look at Brian Schottenheimer and say, I don't care what the metrics say. And I sat there and I threaded out posted on threads, like nobody kicks field goals anymore unless they're 60 yards or longer. That's it. Like coaches are like, I guess we'll settle for that 48-yarder now. Nobody, does anybody kick a field goal inside of 30 yards anymore? Maybe Jim Harbaugh does. Maybe a Harbaugh does. I don't know. It's crazy. I can't believe that happened because it almost cost them. But the Cowboys come up with the plays necessary, get the ball back, and do set things up. And it's George Pickens, again, who got Aubrey close enough to make an easy one to win it. You don't see comebacks like this often enough. And Dak Prescott had this to say after the game, in a game in which he set the career passing yards record for the Dallas Cowboys, passing Tony Romo, and he's only 12 touchdown passes behind him for the most in that category. Hit it.
I love being down. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. Now, trust me, it's fun when you're up. You can laugh, you can joke, but when you're down, it requires such a unique place that you have to get to, in resilience and focus and taking it one play at a time and just trying to lead the other guys and get them to do the same. And when they do, and you end up winning a game like this, this can be huge for us moving forward, and it will be. And as we talked about all week, getting on a run. This is a hell of a way to get number 2, and we've got to enjoy it tonight, and that's it, and be ready for Thursday.
Thursday, because here come the Chiefs coming off of an overtime win where it makes them feel really good about themselves coming in. Largest comeback win in Dak's career, by the way. 4th of at least 14 or more points. And, one other thing that's awesome about Dak, it is his 14th career game with 2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. Second most in the NFL since entering the league, behind only the king of it, Josh Allen. Dak, man, playing the best ball of his career. Defensively, they're playing well. Let's look at the schedule, TJ, because the Chiefs are coming in next, and then they've got the Lions the week after in Detroit. As we know, it's a full complement of rest on that Thursday night, that rare once a year situation where both Thursday night teams have a full complement of rest outside of, I guess, opening night kickoff, right? Home for Minnesota, which has been struggling like crazy with my guy, JJ. Jim Harbaugh coming in, wow, before 2 games against the bottom half of their division. Winnable games, and 5-5-1 is a terrific launching off point to hit the reset button. You are 500. That one time I cost them to try and somehow catch Philadelphia if something happens with the Eagles worse than what we saw on Sunday. But you got to feel good. Defense looks way better. And Pickens and this offense with Javonte Williams and the tight ends catching, offensive line blocking, thumbs up.
Yeah, man, for sure.
You got to feel good. You got to feel good about